Because I'm crazy and I'm sexy and I'm cool. A little rough around the edges, but I keep it smooth. Okay. And I like that. And I don't really give up if I was just the only one who likes that. I know that's right. Child, y'all scoot up. Scoot up. Yeah, I'm gonna need y'all to slide. Slide. Whew. Baby, listen, let me tell y'all something. This move, nah. Hold on. Let me let the beat build. I'll be right back. On me, on my. Hey, on my. I like that. On my. I like that. Yeah. I don't care what I look like, but I feel good. Better than amazing and better than I should. Woo. Y'all know why? Y'all know why? It's cause I'm crazy and I'm sexy, but I'm cool. A little around the edges, but I keep it smooth. Hey! Ooh, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. Ah! Ooh, y'all. Man, listen, let me, hold on. I said, hold on. Yeah, I didn't remix it. Y'all see how I remixed it? Woo! Hold on. Let me get comfortable though. First of all, Purple Stars, it's your girl Shay Renee, and I want to welcome everybody back to my channel and back to a new show. Now listen, so I don't have my books. Y'all know normally I like to, you know, keep track of which episode and all of this and all of that, right? But my books is child they in my apartment. Yeah, no, truth is it's in my apartment. And it's crazy too because I was just there. I could have grabbed it. But like when I tell y'all I'm tired. Yeah, nah, I been told y'all I'm not kin to Kevin Gates. I'm tired. Shit, truth is. But I also told y'all I'm kin to Genuine. Mm. And so yeah, I'm just like Genuine. I ain't doing this here for nothing. So shout out to that. When I tell y'all, yesterday was hard for me. Yeah, no. Yesterday, hey, good morning, y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. Because I can't do nothing else with it. Mm. So shout out to that. Yeah, I was in so much pain yesterday. I was like, listen, I don't care if I never see that apartment again. Like, for real, I was like, I can't do this. Yeah, now, baby, I started feeling like I can't do this. I was like, okay, baby, I feel like I didn't got in there with Krishan. Yeah, come on, come on, come on. Everybody talking about camera back off, yeah. Child does the most. Ooh, my back hurt. Where my shorts at? Am I the only person that likes to put house clothes on? I like house clothes. Man, let me tell y'all something. When I tell y'all my back is hurting, it's killing me. But yesterday, it was my back on down. I said, take the wood and leave the wood. I was in so much pain. Yesterday was so hard for me, y'all. I started to take the day off. Yeah, now truth is I did. I needed to. I really need to. I really need to hit the reset button. I didn't know how hard it was gonna be moving the way we did, but child, it was a lot. I mean, it was literally a lot to the point where I was like, "Dang, should have had took the week off?" Child, for real. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I started feeling like me and my kids. Hold on, my kids and I. Okay, all of us. Baby, I was like, dang, we should have took some time away from school, but I forgot. They got stuff going on at school. They getting ready to wrap up, so I think they got their little testing, 1, 2, 3 type stuff going on right now. But child, overall, like I just, you know, like I can't explain it, but like yesterday, it was hard, y'all. It was to the point where I didn't, I didn't think I was gonna get up and start getting right back with it, but I did. I went right back to my place and started doing stuff. Um, I didn't realize that this move was gonna take a toll on me the way it did. Like, yeah, no, and it's crazy too, cause remember I kept telling y'all I'm leaving in May. I'm not leaving till May, and that's what it was. You know, I had plans on leaving way next month, but child, they gave me their key, and I got so damn excited. I was like, yeah, nah, I'm gone. I was like, yeah, nah, I'm gone. I'm gone. I'm through. Shit, it just is what it is. And I was ready to be through. Do you hear me? And so, like, but yeah, I'm paying for it. Oh, baby, when I tell you I am paying for it, y'all. So really, y'all gotta like hang in there with me uh this morning. Cause truth is my back trying to trip a little bit. Ouch. Yes, y'all, my back is starting to trip a little bit, but thank you, Jesus, that my legs, haven't joined in. Yes, thank you, Lord. I said, thank you, Lord. I said, just I'ma need to thank you, Lord. So I got a lot going on, but what y'all got going on? What's going on with y'all for today? I mean, y'all already know what's going on with me. I got a lot going on, child. Um, It just is what it is. Oh, let me take this ponytail down. Yeah. See there? You won't catch me slipping. Not like you used to. Yeah, nah, I used to be a used to. Yeah, before I learned. Oh, well, now when I be like, baby, as soon as I close the door, the ponytail comes down. Okay? So shout out to that. I had my hair in twists last week, which I told y'all I absolutely loved. I love the twists. But they had me looking like Andale, you know? And Andale is a beautiful woman, don't get me wrong, but Andale was very, very, she was really bold to rock the hairstyle that she rocked. It just is what it is. That is a extremely bold hairstyle, you know. Uh, mm, Truth is, and yeah, Andale rocked that thing, baby, on national television. So shout out to her. I don't really know her real name. I'm just calling her by her actress name, but yeah, child, my twist was looking like that. But I love them. I love them. I might just do me some more real soon. Truth is, I need to go shopping. I do. Yeah, no, I do. I tried to go shopping on Friday, and I was just in and out. Everywhere I went, I was just in and out. I was like, I don't know what to. Like it wasn't much going on. Like I tried, baby. I really did. Truth is. And I was looking for this store so I can look into getting me a new bag, child, because I want me a new bag. Y'all know I want me a new bag. I don't need a new bag, but I want a new bag. So shout out to that. Um, Child, what else is going on, though? I mean, God is good. I don't know who need to hear that. Y'all make sure y'all scoot up, pull up, get comfortable, and hit the like button. But God is good. God is amazing. Sure is. I was thanking him and just talking to my bestie. Uh, a little bit this morning, but yeah, y'all. Just a little quick update with your girl. I don't know. Like I said, um, I think I want to do me some more twists and, you know, put me a little hat on and go about my day, child. That's what it's giving right now, cause, my hair is in the. I know it's in the growing stage. So shout out to that. It's still growing, still thriving. I need to do me a. What I need to do? I need to do some type of treatment this month, cause well, hold on, cause this month is almost over, and I probably ain't gonna be able to do nothing this month. But as soon as May get here, as soon as May get here, I need to do some type of treatment. But yeah, the hair is thriving, baby. It's doing what it needs to do. Trust me, it's doing what it needs to do. So shout out to that. And yes, like I was telling y'all, the little twist. I like the little twist. Now I don't like them, you know what I'm saying, as far as like just wearing them out and about, but I like them as far as like my hair is getting moisturized. It's not all over my head. Um, and like the main most important thing is, and I wasn't doing my hair every day, you know what I'm saying, which is it can be annoying too. I did not. Okay, shout out to that huge, heavy on the knot. I did not have to do my hair every day. I like that. And then when I took them down, they still, like I could feel, I had product um, on my head, on my hands and stuff. So I like that. Like they retain moisture. Speaking of which, let me put my bonnet on, y'all. So my hair can retain its moisture right now because it's really feeling real good. Oh, this morning, let me put my bonnet on. Oh. But overall, this move has whipped me, child. It whipped my butt. It just is what it is. It did. And like I'm like, just dealing with the after. And but it's crazy too though, cause like I'm still moving. I'm still moving. I'm not done. Nowhere near. Well, I won't say nowhere near. I'm close. For real, I'm really close to wrapping it up. Now I'm not nowhere near done cleaning. I haven't even cleaned my apartment yet. So yeah. Oh, child. Eventually, I'll have to deal with that. But anyway, overall though, I'm happy to you know, be gone and doing my thing or whatnot, whatnot. So shout out to that. I appreciate everybody for listening to me. That's what's just what that is. Now anyway, um, y'all hold on, y'all get comfortable. I don't know what type of live this gonna be. I'm not gonna even lie. I don't know if it's gonna be lengthy. Y'all know I tell y'all. This ain't gonna be long or this gonna be long. But I really don't know. I'm vibing. I'm gonna go off of my vibe. And really, truth is, if I had to be 100%, like if I had to just go off of the way I feel, I don't think it's gonna be that long of a live because, really, because really, y'all, and the truth is, I really need to rest. And that's something that I hardly ever do. Like, believe it or not, even though I'm a stay at home mom and stuff like that, a housewife or whatnot. Uh, I don't get that much. I don't get the rest like that. People, yeah, say yeah. I don't know what people think that life is about, but child, it's really not a lot of resting going on. I mean, you get a little pause or whatnot, kind of like like when my family is where they at, I get some peace and quiet. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Like for that's it. But like, shoot, the job don't stop like that. It's always something to do. It's always something to do. Ugh. It's always something to do. Like right now, child, you better believe it. It's plenty for me to do. Child. And I don't feel like it because I'm hurting. I'm hurting. Like I feel like I haven't stopped moving since Saturday. Just like for real. For real. Like this morning, not even yesterday, this morning in particular, um, like I just wanted to stay in bed. I just wanted to stay in bed. I did not want to get up. It is what it is, though. I did. Shout out to that y'all. I sure did. I got up and now I'm on here with y'all. So shout out to that. Y'all make sure y'all scoot up, get comfortable, hit the like button. I still ain't changed my clothes yet. I know. I got a lot going on. And yesterday, my back was hurting so bad. My legs was hurting so bad for real. Like, I almost couldn't believe how bad I was hurting. I was like, dang, I kind of felt like I got the flu. That's how I felt. Um, but I remember laying in bed talking about some, but my arms was good. Oh Lord, tell me why my arms aching a little bit today. It ain't nowhere near as bad as what I was feeling yesterday though. It's just my back. Something going on with my back. Um. Okay. Well, welcome back, Deja. Welcome back. I know that's right. Listen, life be life, and life be life, and sometimes I'm here, but I'm not necessarily here. Does that make? Yeah, truth is. Sometimes I mean, like for instance, for the last 3 months, I ain't really been here like that. For real, I've been here, but not necessarily here. If that makes sense, child. Yes, because I've been having other things going on, and y'all know life don't care though. And that's one thing that I hate about life. And I was telling my kids, that this morning, that's one of the most trash things about life. I think I just think that it's sad that like when we're experiencing certain things, we don't get to experience certain things if that makes sense. Like for instance, shit, prime example. Yesterday I was in so much pain. I'm hurting. I needed to lay down. I needed to rest. But life don't care about that. Life. You always gotta keep going. You know what I'm saying? Always, always, always. But child, yesterday I felt like I needed a good doctor bed. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily go to the doctor, but like I needed to nurse myself. And it's an unfortunate thing that like we hardly ever get the things we need. If that makes sense. Because sometimes we just need a break. That's it. Sometimes we just need a break from whatever. you know. And we don't necessarily get that. That's just the way life is. That's what I was telling my kids this morning. I understand, what people feel like, that ain't no good way to live. I do. I understand that. But then I'm like, okay, well, what are you gonna do different? You know? What are you gonna do different? For real. Show me something then, cause, you know, um, yeah, don't let me see you crack the code then, because for the most part, everybody is like, we all doing the same stuff. And that's surviving. Shoot. Keep on, keep keeping on. Pushing through. But I will say, just because that's the way it is doesn't necessarily make it right though, But that definitely is the way it is though. But I will say though, it might not feel good when you're doing it, but I always look back, and be proud, if that makes sense. But it don't feel good, and you can definitely still feel like, dang, I hate I had to go through that. But you be like, but man, I was strong. I survived it. And my main thing is I'm not where I was. I just love being a better version of what I was. Shoot. It just is what it is. Evolving. I like that type of shit. So anyway, what else is going on these internet streets? Give me a second. I'm gonna find. I'm gonna go over today's headlines. Give me 1 second. Putting these clothes back in this basket. I'm about to make me some noodles. I'm about to make me some noodles and whatever else I'm gonna put on the side, child, and eat real quick. I was gonna stop and give me something to eat, but I didn't even feel like it. I didn't even feel like it, baby. I feel whooped. Okay, I didn't even feel like the drive-through. I got my boxes, which I need to get out the car. I need to finish getting my stuff out the car, and came home. Yeah, no, truth is, baby, I came home. Uh, I'm gonna eat me a little something, something. Yeah, because I'm not cooking. I'm not. And I'm not cooking nothing. Not right now. I needed to go. I needed to go to the store. Well, I didn't need to. But I was supposed to go to the store. I don't even feel like it. Do not feel like it, child. So it is what it is. But hold on. Let me place y'all on a brief hold. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Um, Scoot up, get comfortable. I be right back. I'm finna figure it out. What I do? Let me find me something to eat real quick. I'm gonna put y'all on a brief hold. Hold on, I'll be right back. Hit the like button. Eh, eh, Ha! I be cracking myself up. Yes, he did. Like the mama said on Friday, baby. So shout out to that. Uh, Put me some noodles. I ain't get my noodles going, baby. Something about the pancakes. Something about the pancakes. I knew I should have bought some of them tuna packets. I like them tuna packets. I knew I should have bought some, especially because I think I don't know why, I think my can opener is still in my apartment. I get that vibe. I get that vibe. I think it definitely is. I got a lot of dishes still in my apartment, and I didn't realize that until yesterday when I was putting stuff up. But I know one thing, this move is coming around the mountain, Miss Preston girl. If you came around the mountain. So shout out to that. Let me put some Kool-Aid in my picture. Sometimes I be putting Kool-Aid, water, and no sugar in the picture. My family be like, what? Now, for real? I be like, man, add the sugar. The hard part's already done. You feel me? It's picking out the flavors. Blueface gonna say the other day he love Kool-Aid. I love Kool-Aid too. I really do. I love me some Kool-Aid. So shout out to that. And I challenge anybody to a picture. What? What? I challenge anybody to a picture. I don't. Yeah. Now you gonna have to show me, like T.I. said. You gonna have to show me something, cause yeah, nah, my Kool-Aid. Uh. My Kool-Aid bust. Okay. Period. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you now. I challenge whoever to a picture, whatever they want to do. I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say the only way you could beat me. I'm not gonna say that. But like, yeah, nah, you better be. I'm telling you, you better be whipping up the same stuff I'm whipping up. Cause if you say, ah, no Kool-Aid ain't with mine. Yeah, so shout out to that. Anyway, let me get these headlines together right quick. Hold on. Y'all know we talking about Megan Thee Stallion though. Of course, that's my girl. Shout out to Megan though. My good Texas sis. Oh. Megan going through a breakup. I don't think I like that. Yeah, dog, truth is, I don't think I like that. I think it made me feel some type of way. We'll talk about it. Hold on. Let me put y'all on a brief hold. If it hang up, I'll call y'all back. That was a waste of my time. Like, no, I gotta. Hold on, y'all. Try now, Zeus. Oh my God, Zeus Network versus Jocelyn. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. It's a lot. walking back and forth. Probably why I was hurting yesterday, so anyway, let's get into it. Hold on, let me take notes, period. Like a good student. Take some notes real quick. Hold on. Again, y'all know we talking Megan Thee Stallion and Clay Thompson. My good Texas sis is single again. Back on the prowl. We thought it was perfect, so I don't know how. This is sad. But it's okay, y'all. I see somebody say, man, you'd have thought they was married the way y'all going hard for Megan, and for that, I gotta agree. I mean, with that, I absolutely gotta agree. Y'all doing the most, and I don't think I like it. We'll be getting into that in a minute. Hold on. Now, like when Dow said, I said, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Let me get my handy dandy notes straight. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me put y'all on hold. Let me put y'all on hold again. Hold on. All right, Bubba Sauce. I'm back. I'm in the building. Hit the like button. Nah, hit the like button. I'm telling you, you don't get to be around this type of greatness. Not this presence. This presence it's a lot. So shout out to that. Especially because like when you in the presence of me, you in the presence of greatness. One, two, I don't just be in anybody's presence, and can't no just know anybody be in mine. Okay, so shout out to that. Let's get that understood. Oh no, I said no. Like the wine said, I'm gonna need to get that understood, perfectly understood, child. Oh, I got so many dishes over there. I got so many dishes over there. So anyway, let me get back to what we need to talk about, y'all, because we definitely need to talk. Hold on, I'm getting sidetracked. I bet y'all hit the like button. Yeah, no, truth is, because I don't entertain just know anybody, and can't nobody just know anybody entertain me, baby. Telling you now, I don't play like that. So shout out to that. I be trying to like protect all of this, right? Because I run all of this. So shout out to that. Now hold on. Come on, let's talk the headlines real quick. I'ma give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you. Okay, so we'll be talking a little bit of hold on. Oh my back. Oh my back, y'all. I'm probably not gonna be here too long. I might go fast today, y'all, cause for real, I wanna lay in bed. I wanna lay in bed. Something that I hardly ever do in the daytime. I just wanna lay around. So anyway, hold on. So today we're gonna be talking Netta and Charles, child. Netta and Charles. And this is crazy too, because I've been wanting to talk Netta and Charles with child. Baby, this is last week talk. Okay? But it is what it is. Shout out to that. I don't care nothing about nobody else beat me to the story, telling the story before I tell it. I don't care nothing about that. You see? Because I'm original. Okay? Period. And they ain't gonna be able to work it like David. So go on, let Otis do his thing. Shout out to that. You want the truth? You gotta be able to handle it over here with me. Yeah, I don't have to be first. I just need to be. I just need to be in the building. Period. Like I always am. So shout out to that. Hold on. Let me get what else I need for my noodles. Try, y'all bear with me for real. Please hang in there with me, cause like I said, lately I've been dealing with a lot, which, you know, most of it I'm past already. Thank you, God. It was really the move. The move was a lot, but it's over. So shout out to that. But I got other stuff I'm dealing with, but it is what it is. It's just like an out of body experience for me. I don't know what else to tell y'all. But I appreciate everybody who supports me. Period. I appreciate that. From the bottom of my heart. And one of these days, oh, like Monica said, we're gonna have a meet and greet. So shout out to that. Matter of fact, we might have a meet and greet down here. Yeah. For real, in Texas. I might have to do a meet and greet for South by Southwest because I always be trying to look for a reason to pop out for South by Southwest. And that might just be it. Okay, so shout out to that. Y'all make sure y'all hang in there, stay tuned. But we definitely gonna do a meet and greet one day. Amen. We're gonna do something. Now I know. Don't start. Please don't start. Cause I know y'all be seeing everybody else meet and greets and like, yeah, nah, we ain't going to Jamaica. We ain't going to Jamaica. Shout out to him. Shout out to him, but nah, I'm not taking we ain't taking no trips just yet, okay? But we gonna get there. We coming around the mountain, my bad. Be smashing up my chips. It's probably making a whole lot of noise. I apologize. I'm almost done. But yeah, we need to kick it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I need to hang out. You see? I need to let y'all pull up on me. I ain't scared. What? Child, please. I ain't scared. I roll with Nina. Trust me, I roll with Nina. My big sister name is Nina. Okay. So shout out to that. I got 16 times if they want to bump and grind now. Shout out to my brother. Shout out to my brother. But anyway, we gotta get together soon, dog. Yeah, shout out to that. I said we gotta have a gathering. Amen? We're gonna do something. I know people be doing their little meet and greets in New York too. You know? And I really been wanting to go to New York. Yeah, now, truth is, I seen this one girl go to New York. And she was everywhere eating, and I said, I want to do that. Yes, I want to go to New York. But that's the thing, though. New York got all them rodents. How y'all properly handling that food? How y'all keeping that food from getting, child, listen, yeah, I'm like that. I'm extra shit. Oh, period. I got to know. Okay. Yeah, anyway, child, like I said, we talking Netta and Charles. I said we just gonna be talking Netta and Charles. Today we're also gonna be talking about a little bit of Mama Joyce and Candy. Shout out to them. Who else? Big Bank. Who is one of Gucci Man's closest friends. In fact, and I think that's his friend, but in fact he also I think he be calling Gucci his brother. You know what I'm saying? He said Gucci is like his brother. But he said he not feeling what Gucci did though. Yeah, no, truth is he said he wouldn't have did what Gucci did. It just is what it is. He said he wouldn't have did that. He said because, it just, hold on, we'll be getting into that in a minute. So shout out to that. Ray J. Oh my God. Ray J did a funny interview with Cam Newton. John, it was so funny. He was over there talking about Mario. No, that ain't funny though. Y'all got a bad habit sometimes of laughing, and then I have to tell myself, but that ain't funny. Truth is. Yeah, cause for real, he was saying that Mario, he think Mario put a hex on him. He said he got into it with Mario. Hold on, we'll be talking about that in a minute. So shout out to hit the like button. Krishan and Clarissa. Shout out to Krishan. Congratulations to her again. We'll be talking about that a little bit today. And of course, Megan Thee Stallion. Alright, let's just dive right on in. Amen? Okay, because I done blessed you. I done blessed you with enough politics talk. So anyway, Netta. So the internet has been talking. Okay? And comments is swirling. It just is what it is. And folks is wondering where Charles, okay? Because Netta been telling people that Charles is at work. And they said, Charles, your baby powder's ready. That's what they said. Word on the curb is he on that Dwight Howard. I know Howard can't stand that. Ooh, I know he can't stand that. Anyway. It's just, it will. Next time, don't let her get to your stash. Hold on, y'all. So anyway, where the curve is, and long story short, though, people saying Netta is trying to cover for Charles, and like, nah, he ain't at work. They say he on the work, okay, allegedly. His daddy said, now a man came to the internet and said that he was Charles' daddy. Look like him too. Yeah, I don't care what you say. His mama named him Charles. I'm gonna call him Charles. Nah, but for real, the boy look like his daddy. Okay, the boy got his own money. And so the daddy was like, Charles ain't answering the phone for nobody, but he okay. He out here riding around getting, oh yeah, like the kites do. All the time. Every day. Yeah, nah. According to the daddy, you see? Charles ain't trying to hear that shit. Nobody talking about it, okay? Word on the curb, but this is alleged, because I don't know. Y'all know I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere to get the tea, but I ain't been nowhere near Alabama. Okay. So anyway, if this story ain't true, prayers, and if it is true, prayers, okay? Shout out to that. What else is going on? Mama Joyce. Shine that Mama Joyce just recently put up a video. And, well, let me just say this. Candy posted a video of her mama, right? Her mama talking about, ain't no mountain high enough, ain't no valley low enough to keep me off your eyes, baby. So they reminiscing, then remix what Mama Joyce saying all day, right? Mama Joyce in the kitchen. She got a good wig on, Mama Joyce. I like that wig. And, so shout out to that. But anyway, the people in somebody in the comments talking about, I'm sorry, Mama Joyce. People always apologize to Mama Joyce. Guess who ain't got to apologize? Me. Your girl, Shay Renee. Because I let Mama Joyce do her. Okay? It just is what it is. I never really got into that. I never really got into that. In fact, I just like the fact that Candy wasn't disrespectful towards her mama. For nobody. And I love that for her. I sure did. What it is, what it is. Shout out to them. And then anyway, let's continue. Um, Jocelyn. Jocelyn times Lenny. Listen, Jocelyn times Lemmy is a lot. Child, it's a lot. I don't even really know where to start. Yeah, now the truth is I don't really know where to start. It's hard. Because I feel like a lot of people feel like um Jocelyn don't have clean hands. So in other words, it's like this is what it's like. This is a good example. Because people used to do this all the time. I don't know if they still do it, but people definitely used to do this. People used to be like, I was over here in the neighborhood trying to get me some, you know what? You know what I'm saying? Use your imagination, but it be at the around with the Hope House. They go to the Hope House. Hope House. You know what the Hope House is? They ride with Hope, the house. You see? Yeah, where the trappers be. People be like, they took my money. I came to get me some hope and they took my money. You know what I'm saying? Or they built me, they sold me something fake. You know what I'm saying? People would literally call the police for that. And then the police be like, are you kidding me? For real? And to me, it's the same thing with Jocelyn. Even though I get it, you know what I'm saying? What she's saying, like, it don't make it less true. It's just, I don't know. It's just like, but you were never going to say anything. Let's talk about it. So you were never going to say nothing? Well, and I'll take it a step further, y'all. Um, when Zeus Network first came around, I used to tell Lemmy all the time, he got to get a hold of his platform. And he did. It really did get better, but it's still the same. People who leave Zeus is always talking about Zeus. They do. And it's not good for him. Um, Another thing I will say though, ladies, men, gentlemen, women, people in business, people signing these contracts, entrepreneurs, people working for themselves, get into that bag. Y'all, please, please, please go over these contracts, you know, and just, um, be ready. Like so what happens if, and I'll do, X, Y, and Z, because it really it just, Jocelyn and Lemmy are getting into it behind contractual issues, and I don't, honestly, y'all, I don't know if it's a breach of contract. Because Lemmy, he seemingly knows how to make that contract work for him, baby. And I tell y'all that, um, when you signing a contract, it is usually written in the other person's best interest. You know what I'm saying? So, for instance, if it says, um, if it says that, I'm selling you a car, and if you're one day late, I can come get it. Like, that's up to you to be like, dang, so after 5 years, I didn't pay you all this money. If I'm one day late, you can come get it. Like, it's up to you to know that, understand that, and really, really see if you agree with that. And I'll take it a step further, though, because understanding contracts and learning contracts, that ain't all what's at stake here, to me, if you ask me. No, 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 no. Let's talk about it. I think Lemmy is in a position where he can tell these people, um, they breached contract. They don't really know if they breached it or not. They ain't got no lawyers fighting for them trying to go. Like, it's just hard to explain. Um, the people saying they think he pick and choose, because they were saying that Jocelyn was allowed to do something with Drewski. Listen, Drewski don't have his own network. If he did, that wouldn't fly with Lemmy. See, I'm starting to see that now. Remember I told y'all, I think Remy Ma was talking to Lemmy in her song. I do. I think Lemmy be tripping with anybody that tries to get a network like his. Yeah, nah, if it's different, then it's different. You know? Um, cause it I mean, I'm just saying, because I don't know why he don't be tripping with 50 Cent then. Why he not mad at 50 Cent? Because I think 50 Cent is in a different lane than him. I think anybody that tries to do what he doing, he be tripping with him. You know what I'm saying? Remember, because he didn't got a tour with Ray J. He done got a tour with Stunner Girl. He just gets into it with people. Now, why he don't be tripping with Qualissa, I don't know. But I will say this, though. Qualissa got her own stuff. I don't know if Qualissa got her own network. I really don't know what that is exactly Qualissa got. But I will say, I think Lemmy don't be tripping with Carlissa, but he not that fond of her, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Cause like, come on now, if that's the case, Carlissa be doing something with Zeus, and that's not the case. Um, I think he feels like he don't want to deal with people that think they bigger than his program. But I also think that is really, really unfortunate. Because I just think that like you can't expect people to want to be up under you for forever, right? That's just how I feel about it. This is how I feel about it. Absolutely, you can't. And I'll take it a step further. Lemmy, in my opinion, he used Natalie and Jocelyn's knowledge, them being very knowledgeable like they are, to his advantage. It just is what it is. He absolutely did. Cause remind you, Jocelyn and what's that other girl name I just said? Natalie Nunn. Those girls come from reality TV. Okay, so like they had the juice. It is what it is. They had the juice, but I could see how having the juice could make them a little big headed. I could see how having the juice can make them, probably kind of disrespectful a little bit, throw their weight around. I could just see how, and that explains, look. You know what I'm saying? It's like the proof is in the pudding. Like, yes, other women get into it with Lemmy. They do, but nah, it's different. Like these two right here, I think they feel like they helped him with his network. Does that make sense? Like they helped him get his stuff off the ground. You know, like I said, remind you, they have reality TV backgrounds. It just is what it is. So I think that personally, I don't know if it's actual and factual, but my own personal opinion, I think Lemmy used some of their ideas. It just is what it is. He used their idea, the ideas that he could use from them. Okay, it just is what it is. Cause like let us think we finna make a love and hip hop tomorrow. We'll get sued. You know, it was certain things. It's certain things that he can copy from them other shows that Jocelyn and Natalie was on, but it's things that he can't. But it doesn't matter. It's lots of stuff that they know, right? To me, that he probably wasn't privy to. It just is what it is. Like, it just is what it is. Like, they literally helped him build his brand. But this is the thing. If they get their bag up, they should be able to do it too. And Lemmy don't want them doing that, But I can honestly say I feel like that's a lot of people in business. In business, a lot of contracts say that you can't you know copy. You know what I'm saying? You can't copy and paste my platform, and you won't be able to work on another platform while you working for me. And long story short, they say she took a picture with the Now That's TV person. Just a picture. And that's what got Lemmy upset. I don't know, y'all. I really don't know. Overall, I just think that I hope they work it out, but I also hope they cut ties. It just is what it is. They need to cut ties. Like to me, they be sticking with Lemmy and sticking up under Lemmy because they need them. It just is what it is. They need them. But this is my thing. And y'all know me. Y'all know how I feel about it. Listen, I like good business. Period. If it ain't good business, then I don't want to do it. It just is what it is. I don't want to do it. And I don't know if that's what they got going on. Seemingly, it's not. Okay? Seemingly, it's not. It's always something. Yeah, now something. It's always something. And I take it a step further. Natalie Nunn, because Natalie becoming a little different than Johnson. So shout out to her and shout out to that. But like no, I know this video Natalie just recently did in my head. I loved it. She did a video talking about nobody likes you. She read a comment something about nobody likes you, and she was like, my car likes me. My husband likes me. My coat likes me. You know what I'm saying? She just started showing all of her stuff. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, shout out to her, shout out to that. But no, Natalie is a lot different than Jocelyn. You know, as far as like, as far as like boastful, if you Natalie paid, period. You know what I'm saying? Like one thing we know, two things for sure. Natalie Nunn gonna tell us that she paid. It just is what it is. She remind me of Ari with that. I wanted to say the same zodiac or something like that. What I. It just is what it is. Natalie Nunn like to pop it, and I love that for her. It is what it is. Pop it. Period. You got it to pop it, baby. Pop it. Miss Bubblicious. Okay. Um, and she do. She like to pop it. But I said all that to say, shoot, Natalie should be ready to venture off, and do something different. And it could be in reality TV, but it doesn't have to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because if I'm right, okay, and if things are actual and factual, and Natalie not just talking, she should have some money. Okay, she should be paid. She should be ready to move on from Lemmy. It just is what it is. Cause like they get into it too much, But I don't know, y'all, because I just feel like, the money the money will have them right back where they said they wasn't going no more. I know one thing, they starting to get on my nerves. Yeah, all three of them, like Birdman said. So anyway, shout out to that. I just need them to get it together. Yeah, nah, I just need them to get it together one time for the one time. And so, anyway, let's continue. So Ray J did an interview with Cam Newton, and it was funny as hell, y'all. Child, it was funny as hell. I ain't even seen the whole interview. Matter of fact, when I get from Alpha Hill with y'all, my bad, I got distracted. I'm gonna definitely go watch that video, interview. I want to watch that interview, and I want to watch Michael Beasley interview. Michael Beasley interview seemed good. Now I will say this though, God damn it, can you just quit going over my head? Like I can't explain it. Let me watch the interview, and then I'll come back to that, because I will say this. Like people say, Shannon Sharp told him you got a lot going on inside of you, and I don't know. It's hard to explain because, like, some of the clips, right? It's like, what the hell is he even talking about? What is he saying? And then other ones, it's like, man, this man is very articulate. You know what I'm saying? He's very smart. He's smart. He is smart. One of them dudes talking about, man, dang, like, how did you come up with that? You know what I'm saying? He be like, do you read? Now he said, where you come from? He said, Fatima. You could tell he hurt too, Michael Beasley. You could tell he hurt and going through a lot. But I want to watch his interview overall so I can get a full understanding of just who he is and what that interview was about. Because I'm seeing so many clips. It's all clipped up, and I want to see the whole thing. I take it a step further. As a sports fan, huge basketball sports fan, I remember Beasley, but I don't remember him like that, if that makes sense. And I know everybody. Like everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I remember him. I don't remember his greatness like that. So maybe that is a testimony to his story, because I think in his story he was saying that he played through a lot of adversities. So anyway, I'm definitely getting on that today. I'm gonna try anyway. And then so anyway, Ray J did an interview with Mario Chat. It was funny as hell. Y'all make sure y'all scoot up, get comfortable, hit the like button, replay gang. Y'all get in the building and double tap that. I need to see the whole interview, but the clip I saw where he was talking about Mario was hilarious. I forgot what Cam Newton said. Cam Newton said, Mario was here recently, and he said you can sing. And Ray J said, I don't care what he said. Ray J automatically, when I said, you don't like Mario? He said, nah. He said him and Mario got into it. And Mario told him he was gonna basically put a hex on him. Man, he said he think he did. Shoot. He said Mario told him he was gonna pass and all of this old crazy stuff. And he said he been going through a lot ever since. So he believed it. That's so sad. Try that is so sad. He better get on his knees and pray. Yeah, now truth is because can't nothing get in the ring with God. Nothing. So, period. He better, listen. They better gather and get God in the midst. It just is what it is. Shout out to that. Because I will say this before I move on. Y'all know I love a good comment section. Cause for real, the people in the comments, some of them sometimes, not all the time, express a girl. Some of them be knowing what they be talking about. It just is what it is. And yeah, somebody was in the comments talking about, yeah, I believe him, cause Mario be messing with crystals and they said all that. They named a whole lot of stuff, but I don't remember everything they said. But, that's what made me think about, the God situation. Shoot, right? They better start praying. It just is what it is. Him and his people, they better pray that mess up right on up out for him. But that was crazy too. Like, ooh, okay. But anyway, let's continue. And so Chrisean won her match. Clarissa showed her some love. I was here for that. I was here for that. But also later on, after I thought about it, because y'all know me, I'm a thinker. It just is what it is. Yeah, you cannot surprise me with it because I probably already thought about it. Truth is, I probably already thought about it. Chrisean got to be careful with Clarissa, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell y'all why, because all y'all, everybody not a boxing fan, right? It just is what it is. I got you. So, Tank, first of all, Chrisean has joined Gervonta Davis's team, okay? Coach Calvin is Tank's coach, too. Okay, I told y'all that the other day, but I gotta re-say it again because everybody wasn't listening the other day, and everybody ain't everybody don't have the like I said, if you're not a fan, then you're not gonna really know. And then sometimes you could be a fan and you still don't know. It just is what it is. But long story short, Tank and Clarissa don't really, like I don't know when things went wrong with them, but they don't really rock like that, if that makes sense. I think it might have been around the Lamont Roach thing. Because I remember Clarissa rooting for Tank and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden they got into it. But I will say this, Chrisean is a woman, so I think that her team, got to be mindful and respectful of that. But at the same time, Clarissa is an op, okay? Period. It just is what it is. She might not be Chrisean's op, but she's like an op to that, you see what I'm saying? It's no different than Chrisean, okay, because Tank and Stevenson might end up, fighting one day. They might end up, having a match. And so Clarissa don't need to be all in Tank face, and Chrisean don't need to be all in Stevenson face. You see what I'm saying? It makes sense. It's weird. You know what I'm saying? So Chrisean has to, just be careful with that. It just is what it is. She has to be careful with that. She cannot be, and I'll take it a step further. If she's not, right? Because Clarissa Shields did mention that she would train Chrisean, and I love that. Oh man, I love that for her. That was so like, what's up? I said, gone, Clarissa. I love that. I did. That was really cute to me. Especially because Ryan told her, I'm not a trainer. You know what I'm saying? Ryan was like, I'm not a trainer. Basically, I don't have time for that. Like, what do and it's crazy too because I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. That was a little confusing too, because Ryan on the cool, you could have helped her. You could have sent her to the right way, the right direction or whatever. Tank did. Shoot, she said she called Tank and Tank told her to go to the gym, basically go holler at Calvin, and the rest is history. But and Carissa did too. Carissa said, she'll teacher, train. She said she used the word train. She said she'll train her and give her tips and stuff like that. And I think she will. I think Clarissa genuinely likes Krishan. Yeah, no, genuinely. I think she likes Krishan because she got that dog in her. I think she liked that. But then at the same time, let's be real. You know what I'm saying? She don't like your sister. She don't like your sister. So it's weird. They'll probably be cool, but only on a surface level. Does that make sense? Like her and Clarissa could never be like besties. I mean, they could if they wanted to, but I don't see that happening, y'all. And I just don't see it happening because they just out of two different camps. So anyway, let's continue. And then Megan Thee Stallion, oh my God, Megan Thee Stallion, my girl. That's my girl. Y'all know it. I ain't even got to tell y'all each and every time. I said, I just ain't even got to tell y'all each and every time. That's my girl. That's my good Texas sis. She done went through another breakup. And I don't know. I hate to say it. I do. I hate to say it. But y'all know, listen, I'm going to keep it real with myself. First. My audience second. Let's go. China, I'm talking about from the beginning. Let's go. I want to go all the way back to the beginning. When Megan and Clay first announced that they was messing around, I really didn't like that. I gotta keep it real, y'all. I really didn't. My first initial reaction was not, I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? It's no different than when I found out Clarissa was messing with Diddy. I wasn't happy for Clarissa. It just is what it is. And I wasn't happy for Clay. Yeah, imagine that. I mean, it just is what it is. I honestly, I felt like they are just too different. Does that make sense? Yeah, not like 2 Chainz said. Let's talk about it. For real. I mean, we got to talk about this. Now, first of all, opposites attract. Like, don't get it twisted. Opposites attract. You know, um, it just is what it is. I in my heart, I really believe it. So it wasn't that. It was just I just don't see. I just, ooh, I just felt like Megan was too much for Clay. Does that make sense? Like, no, I feel like Megan was too much chili for Clay hot dog. Period. End of discussion. Like, no, and when Megan said she had to lock, because she got that song, shout out to her. She said, ain't nobody ever get made up want to do no song. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Clay for that. But she said she had to lock in with him once she realized that he can handle her. I said out at to say, I think that somebody like Clay is gonna be the perfect guy for Megan. I do. I do. Because I think opposites attract, one. And then two, I think when somebody is so just like big and, out there, you know what I'm saying? Like Megan, because Megan is a time, and she looks like, just from an outside perspective, she looks like a lot to handle. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I just, I just, honestly, I just got that vibe, from them. Honestly, it was a couple of vibes that I got from them too. Let me just go over a few. I mean, I'm just telling y'all what I really think about the situation. So sometimes every now and then when Megan would take pictures with Clay, I noticed that the picture looked like, look at us. You know what I'm saying? But it's a difference from, like, I don't know, Clay always looked like an extra. You know what I'm saying? In the picture. I can't explain it, but in my honest, most humble personal opinion, she didn't look like she was that into Clay like that. You know what I'm saying? She looked like she liked him. She looked like she was having fun. She looked like she actually liked. Cause I'm gonna tell you like this too. I'm gonna tell you. Let me take it a step further, cause y'all know that's what I do. Megan ain't no sports fan. You know what I'm saying? She not. None of these girls. A lot of them ain't sports fans. I ain't mad at it. I'm just pointing it out. So with that being said, she don't really know Clay. Does that make sense? She don't know the Splash Brother like we do. And so I think when the news hit the fan that they was dating and how happy we were for her, she was like, "Oh shit, I got somebody." You know what I'm saying? Like, like, okay, this is something like a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Everybody acting like I, didn't land, a great guy. You know what I'm saying? So it seemed like that's probably what made her start to begin to try to lock in. It just is what it is. But I just think that Clay maybe got a vibe that Megan just wasn't that into him like that, maybe. And I'll take it a step further. I think their lifestyles is too different, So, cause remind you, we talking about the guy, right? We talking about the guy. Clay comes from a good family. You know what I'm saying? Um, Clay is a good guy, y'all. For real. I just don't know how to put it. Like, even if he cheated, it, even if he cheated, I still feel like Clay is a good guy. Okay? Period. Hands down. I do. He's gonna make a great person to be with. Hopefully. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, Clay. Don't let me down. Okay? Just say what it. Don't let me down. But I consider Clay to be a classy guy. Now, could I be wrong? Yes, absolutely. But, like, I don't know. I just don't get that vibe from him. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I do not get that vibe from him. But again, if you look at everybody that be around Clay, and I do mean everybody, man, a lot of them be married already. You know what I'm saying? He is a Splash Brother. The other half to that is Steph Curry. Steph Curry and Aisha, them people are married. Them people locked in. Look at LeBron and Savannah. You see? Shit. Uh, ain't AD married? I think AD married. I'm not sure, but I think he is. Hell, Draymond even got a wife. And I'm not sure what's taking Clay so long. I'm not sure about that. But I said all that to say that I don't find Clay and Megan compatible. You know what I'm saying?
if that makes sense. Like, I just don't find them compatible. I know he was bringing his mother around her and stuff like that, but it just gave like his mom was just being nice, you know. But it also gave like in the back of my mind, like, like I just, because the thing is, Megan was gonna have to tone herself all the way down. Truth is, to be with Clay, she was. She was not gonna be able to shake that body, yada 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 yada, like she do with Clay. It just is what it is. She wasn't. Clay is like Clay is like dating a damn pastor. Yeah. I know he probably like he hear that and probably be like, oh, what? But no, for real, I mean that. You know what I'm saying? I mean that as far as like his image, his brand. You know what I'm saying? Like Megan let us into his world a little bit because Clay not that type of guy. Again, he be chilling. And Clay likes to shoot golf. He likes to golf. You know what I'm saying? It's just hard to explain. But honestly, I just think they weren't that compatible. And I think that Megan possibly wanted it to get like that. But I think Clay probably wanted it to be a little bit more natural. You know what I'm saying? Like naturally, we into each other. But honestly, they were just dating, and I really really was hoping that they'll last. But I was surprised, y'all. I was surprised and I was shocked. I am not gonna lie. I was shocked that Clay Thompson got with Megan Thee Stallion. It just is what it is. I was. That's my good Texas sis. Hands down. But Clay is the type of guy where he can't really have a woman like Megan. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. A woman like Megan don't necessarily match his brand. That's like Tiger Woods going to go date Megan. It's off. Something is weird. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't know a lot of guys who ball today. I don't. So, forgive me for that. But, somebody like Anthony Edwards, that's more Megan Thee Stallion speed. You know what I'm saying? Now, no, I wouldn't want her to date Anthony because Anthony is Anthony, But I'm just saying, he seems more compatible, maybe even just in their upbringing, the way they think, the way they act and stuff. Like Megan and Clay probably bumped heads a lot. She probably, I don't know, I can't explain it, but they probably had a lot of different ways, I would say, and yeah, no, it just I can't explain it, but it was weird. It was very weird, and I felt like they was like forcing it, if that makes sense. I feel like whoever wanted them together was forcing it. And I'll take it a step further, child, because y'all know that's what I do. And sometimes I hate saying everything that comes to my mind, and I don't always do that because I tell y'all, you can't. You absolutely can't. But I started wondering, like, man, what Clayton got himself into? Yeah, now, truth is, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. I started wondering. I said, do Clay owe somebody some money or something? Cause like now it was giving. That's another thing. Clay and Megan relationship, it gave fake a little bit to me. It did. It gave we finna put y'all together to help her image. And it did. It did help her image out. It did a great deal. But I don't like the way they doing Clay's now. You know what I'm saying? His is tanking. And that's what I didn't want to see because I like Clay. Clay is a good dude. You know what I'm saying? He is. So like I knew it was gonna be some bullshit. with him and Megan. I just knew it. I just couldn't explain it. But I started wondering, like, man, what Clayton did? Like, why? Like, it just didn't make no sense to me. It didn't make no sense. And like if they ever had the opportunity to talk about how they met and how it all happened and all that, I would love to hear that story because it don't really make no sense to me. To me it gave PR. For me it did. It gave PR. You know what I'm saying? It gave cause remember Megan Thee Stallion was dating another dude in the NBA, but he's a nobody. My bad. You're somebody, my guy. But I don't know ya. Okay, so keep slinging your chop. Do your thing. Keep doing your thing. Shout out to that. But like, no. They didn't get enough traction. They didn't get enough nothing. People paid that dust because nobody knows him. But Clay, no, they went and found a superstar. An almost retiring superstar, you know. But they went and found one. And again, I still can't believe, that, Clay dated Megan, Cause like he just seems like somebody that just like so plain Jane, more like plain Jane. Like even Angel Reese seems like too much for Clay. You know? Like if I had to put Clay with somebody, who would I put Clay with? Let me think. Let me think, y'all. Let me just play matchmaker real quick. Let me think. Child, that's hard to think because um, um, it's really hard to think because like shoot, everybody has some. For real, everybody has somebody these days. I can't even think of nobody. I can't, not off the top of my head. Cause I thought about somebody like Christina Milian, but she's married, so we won't put Clay with her. I think somebody like Dream Doll is Dream, although she's way more laid back than Megan, still I think Dream is too much for Clay. But I think Dream would be a good person for Clay because like I said, Dream is extra, but she not all over the place. She not. And then after having that baby, she seems to be really, really, really chill. I think Dream will be a really good, person for somebody like Clay. But again, I'm trying to think. Um, just somebody just way more laid back. I can't explain it, but like, nope, it had vibes vibes from the start. Does that make sense? But like, I you know I started getting used to the idea. It is what it is. But I'm gonna take it a step further. Now, y'all, I'm gonna start paying attention. Yeah, now truth is, I just got to, cause it seemed like I told y'all that I was wondering if that relationship was fake. You know, and that's another thing too. I'm starting to realize. Well, I've been realized, but I never really just paid attention for real and locked all the way in. But them fake relationships, they don't last long. No, truth is they don't last long. They be really, really short. Shoot, when they first started them, it seemed like they used to be like 60 to 90 days. But now they even shorter. It just depends. I guess it depends on who, I don't know. But Megan and Clay, they probably dated for 6 months. Had they would have went a year, I would have probably thought it was more real. Like Hun Party, I think Hun Party was real. Hun Moneybag Yo, I think that was a fake relationship. I think it was a PR thing.
And with her and Clay, I'm starting to think it was a PR thing too. I've been thinking that from the start. I've been thinking that. I was just like, I was like, okay, well maybe it's real, He single, she single. But no, I ain't gonna lie. It really looked like an image thing, if I'm being real. It looked like something to just clean up Megan's image, which it did. But at the same time, I don't like the fact that everybody is dragging Clay. I don't. And that's why I really was like, I was looking at him sideways when he got with her because, man, I just saw that shit coming from a mile away. But I guess Clay will be okay because, I don't know. I just feel like he'll be okay. I feel like his real fans is locked in. They not going nowhere. One, two. Like I was saying, Clay is down there in his retirement years. He getting ready to. Well, but I still feel like he got a lot of time left. But I can't explain it. But like he not in his biggest season, his biggest bag. No, all that shit is behind him. So in other words, I feel like his brand right now, he in a space where his brand can take the hit. It is what it is. He can take the hit and recover. From Megan saying that he cheated on her and her fans dragging him, but I just hate it for him. If that makes sense. Cause like I said, to me, he is not that kind of guy. So why he would sign up for this foolishness, I do not know. But he again, y'all know I was talking contracts earlier. He should have taught them to say, nah, just say that we feel like we were better off as friends. He should have made them say something, but no, I cheated on you for real. you know, that's crazy. Child, that's crazy and annoying. But anyway, shout out to Clay Thompson, cause that's my boy. Period. Shout out to him. And shout out to Megan too. Megan, hey, if it was real, my girl, it'll be okay. You know what I'm saying? It will be okay. Excuse me, there's definitely plenty, you know what I'm saying? Plenty of more fish. Okay. It just is what it is. To me, all that means is Clay wasn't her person, and she's not his. Like I get it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't live long enough to understand. I get it. People be so sick and hurt and sad when relationships end. But at the end of the day, when them tears dry up, and you able to go to that window and look at that sun again and like literally see it and feel it for the day. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you will realize that like that just wasn't my person. Just it's okay. Just wasn't my person. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. And just keep it moving. Because at the end of the day, your person ain't going to be gone. Your person ain't going to be, you know what I'm saying? Unless they in heaven. But, what do I know? I'm no storyteller. But anyway, Poopa Stars, it's your girl, Shay Renee. I came, baby. I saw, I conquered. I sure did. I said, I just sure did. I did that. And I appreciate everybody who came through. And if you hit the like button, I appreciate you too. Shout out to that. Yeah. I guess I'm about to get my day started and, you know, get my income tax check so I can get on with it. Period. I'm about to get myself up out of here. As far as being on live. But yeah, y'all, I see y'all on my next video. Bye, y'all.